Welcome everybody, my name is Blake, or you call me the Campaigner, and today this is gonna mix between my Talk Tuesday and my Road to Commander, because I want to talk about having a goal, a dream, a passion of some sort, and the undying desire to accomplish that. So it's gonna go with a little bit of a story first. I'm sorry, the lag in this match was beyond conception. It was horrible at the start of this match, but I still played through it, and so hopefully it doesn't look so bad in the video. If not, then I'll have to scrap it and do it again. But basically, I'm going to start with a little story of when I first wanted to start, or when I first wanted to have a serious profession. I was trying to think of what I wanted to do with my life. And I was like 12 when I started thinking about this. And it's one of those things that you do, and you're always asked, hey, what do you want to do with your life? What kind of profession do you want to do? And sometimes, depending on where you live, they'll go to your school. Like, there'll be some like counselor of some sort. They'll go to your school, go into your classroom, and be like, hey, what do you want to do with your life? And sometimes they come at a really young age, and you're like, I don't know what there is for me out there. And that's a question that we never really know. We never really know what's out there, what we can do. I mean, there's always we know, we say what we want to do based off what we know. Like, if I could be a football player, I'd be a football player, because I make tons of cash. I mean, stuff like that. But for a true profession, we are kind of limited on what we want to do, because there are only so many professions that we feel are suitable for us, and it's really hard to find a good profession. It's hard to find that job that will stick with you throughout all of time. And excuse me, I don't know, I yawned, but you have to find that one job that you enjoy. And for me, when I was very young, I was very into watching all the machinima videos, and I'm like, hey, if I could do that for a living, for a long time, that would be sweet. And so at that point in time, I was kind of familiar with coding. I dabbled into it. I learned a little bit about it, and I could make some basic stuff. And ever since then, I haven't been able to. So I regret that decision. But I mean, I should be like, that was my dream. That was my first dream job, to kind of like work for machinima. And upon growing up, I've watched how it's progressed as a community. And even though it still would be like, that kind of job would be sweet to have, may not necessarily work for machinima, because I would like to know more about other, like, if there's any other type of jobs in or communities that are like that. Like, I heard that there's another company kind of does that, but it's not really a community, it's more like a collaboration type thing, with Polaris, I believe it's called. Could be wrong. I'm not familiar with Polaris that much, but yeah, I mean, that kind of stuff is something to consider, as it's something that's out there for me to have considered. But skipping ahead a little bit, so there was a time that I wanted to, which is why I started making videos, because I think it's something that I like doing. I'm playing video games already, so why not make them into videos? If I'm doing all the work, and I don't like having an opinion on things necessarily, but I mean, like, I enjoy presenting different viewpoints to something if I can, because I feel like I have a very different view in some situations that most people don't. I prefer to analytically analyze everything, and that annoys a lot of people, but that's just what I do. So being able to kind of take that into consideration. Having different viewpoints and different insights, there's only so many things that could really utilize that kind of perception and interpretation of real life events. And so the only jobs I could think of were, I mean, public speaking may have been something that would have been cool in terms of actually speaking to an audience, but I don't speak well in front of others. I'm making videos and talking so I can practice speaking just in general, even though it is to myself on looking at a computer with a giant mic in front of my face. It is what I am doing, so that's kind of contradictory, I guess. But yeah, I had somewhere I was gonna go with that, but I'm like, yeah, it's whatever. So progressing on to a more reasonable interpretation of what I could do for life. Dream job. If I could do anything just because I could, maybe it would be more of a side job. It would be a writer, because I feel like I have a... I ask people to give me a word, and all they have to do is give me one word, and I can write them a poem on that one word. And it has some merit to it. It has some kind of symbolism to it. It has a meaning. It's usually specific to that person in which I'm writing. And like that, I don't see people being able to do that. But I mean, there are more sophisticated forms of writing, so like writing a novel, writing a screenplay, which both those things I am doing at the present time. But it's not something that I can do, or I feel I can do without assistance. And that's the thing that I really want to touch on, that you have a job, but with that job, are you able to do like other things? How are you learning more about that? And it's a question that I specifically left for this point. Like, what do you want to do? How are you gonna do it? And why does it matter so much to you? Those are the things we consider in our lives, and it's very essential. But I thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Think about that question. Think about what you want to do, what you're gonna do in the future. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Have a great day. A wonderful day. Absolutely fantastic day. Alright, sorry. Later.